Oriana Guevara Aponte.
¿Dónde es usted?
Sí,
Ya sé.
señor.
Ma'am, you were charged with theft.
La acusa con hurto, robo,
You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
de $2,000.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Hacer silencio.
Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present.
Abogado presente.
If you cannot afford one,
Pagar por su cuenta.
one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Officers were
Oficiales
dispatched to a
fueron
Walmart
despachados
in
a un
Harris
Walmart
County,
en Dallas,
Texas,
Texas.
in response to a theft.
Respuesta a un hurto, robo.
The loss prevention
El
officer
guardia
told
encubierto le dijo a
officers
los
that the
oficiales
defendant
que la
placed
acusada puso
numerous items
varios
into
artículos
Walmart shopping
en
bags
bolsas de
that were
Walmart
already in her
que
cart.
ya estaban en su carrito.
The defendant
El
continued to
acusado
place
continuó
additional items
poniendo
into the
artículos
bags,
adicionales a
including a
las bolsas,
blanket and
incluyendo
plug
sábana
and plug-in scents.
y unos aerosoles.
The defendant then
El
walked
acusado
past
después
all points of
pasó
sale
caminando,
without paying for
pasando
the
todos los puntos de
items.
venta sin pagar por los artículos.
No prior criminal
Ningún
history,
antecedente
Judge.
penal previo. ¿Cuál es el valor?
The DIMS don't say, I'm checking to
No
see if
dice, voy a
the
revisar.
offense report is up.
Great to see you. Look,
We do have some discovery and I'm
Tenemos
just seeing
alguna
if
descubrimiento de
one of
las
them is the
evidencias. No,
offense.
I need a value.
necesito
I know.
un valor.
Okay, yes,
Bueno, sí,
$218.52.
$218.52.
Ms. Guevara, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
No,
Are you in this country with or without permission?
sin permiso.
Con permiso.
With permission.
I don't know whether you do or
No sé
not.
si lo
Quite
tiene o
frankly,
no,
it doesn't
pero-
matter. The only thing I will tell you is that if you are not, or if there's any problem with your paperwork and you go to jail and immigration finds you,
Que la encuentra
they
ahí.
will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration and sit there for another 6 to 9
Quedaría
months.
hasta unos 6
If you do not want that to happen, do not violate any of the conditions that we put forth on you now and do not pick up a new case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go to any Walmart for any reason whatsoever. Do you understand?
¿Entendió? Sí,
Sí,
señor.
señor.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you go to Walmart, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds.
No lo va a recibir otra cuenta personal.
Now, you have an attorney. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Ms. Garcia. She will tell you when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you, likewise, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. We will have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. Heed this warning, man. You will not get another,
Esa advertencia no va a tener otra.
please. Thank
Hacia la
you.
izquierda. My competition.
Fight, fight,
All
fight.
right, Judge, the next Spanish speaker is case 6, Jay Alvarado.
Um, Helen Tofila de Alvarado Mejia. You are Helen de Alvarado Mejia.
Sí.
Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Officers were dispatched to a J.C. Penney in Harris County, Texas, in response to a theft. The loss prevention officer told officers that he observed the defendant take various items and walk past all points of sales without paying. The officer observed this on the store surveillance. The total cost of the stolen items was $178, and the items included a smartwatch and skin products. The co-defendant in the case was arrested for possession of a controlled substance out of the same transaction and she's up in felony courts, and this defendant has no prior criminal history.
Did the other person have a theft case as well? Do you know, or just a PCS? Because if they also charged the co-defendant with theft, we need to know what the cause number is, because it may
It
transfer.
was just a PCS, Judge.
That's it? Okay. Mr. Alvarado, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen? What happens if you go to jail, man?
Well, I don't want to go to jail.
I know,
Just say.
that's not my question.
Eso no fue mi
What
pregunta.
happens if you go to jail? I want you to think and I want you to realize the consequence of behavior. So tell me, what happens if you go to jail?
¿Qué pasa si te la cárcel?
No, pues. Mis hijas quedarían apoyo,
But my daughters would
mi familia.
be without support, my family.
You're not in this country with permission.
No están en el país.
So if you go to jail and immigration finds you, there will put a detainer on you. And you're going to be in there for about 6 to 9 months. That's what you have waiting for you if you go to jail. Anything more than 4 hours, immigration sweeps it on a daily basis. I'm going to put conditions on you now. If you violate these conditions, I'll put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes.
The relationship is the co-defendant to this person. Do you know?
It doesn't seem Judge.
I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person. I'm also ordering you not to go back to JCPenney.
Regresar a JCPenney.
If you violate these conditions, likewise, you know what's going to happen. You will not get any more warnings from us.
So no contact with co-defendant
Yeah, or going to the JCPenney.
any other JC.
Yeah, any JCPenney. Tell me, ma'am, what do you do for a living?
Trabajo en remodelación.
I work in remodeling.
Do you have a steady income?
¿Tiene ingresos estables?
No.
No.
Apply for an appointed lawyer.
¿Quiere aplicar por un nuevo edificio?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, we'll give you an application.
Hago una aplicación.
I need you to fill it out. I need to know everything about you. Do not just leave everything blank. I will send it right back to you. I need to know numbers. I need to know how much money you have coming in a month. I need to know how much money you spend. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while you do that. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Otherwise, I'll issue one for your arrest as well. And then
De otra manera que-
we'll take a look at the application here shortly. Please, yeah. Anytime someone's not monitored, yeah, please.
Sorry, Judge, I would like to say that the BVR is kind of, it conflicts with itself. It says there's a tamper, then it says there's alcohol detected, but alcohol cannot be confirmed because of the way it was tampered with. So I don't know if we have further information to.
We never do. We never do. And the problem is that what happens is people try to put stuff. What is the one thing I asked you? I'm sorry, I ordered you not to do.
Not to drink alcohol, and I haven't. I'm 51 days sober today. And
I
I
have-
live in a sober living facility, so I get breathalyzed and drug tested at least 3 to 4 times a week. Anytime that I leave and I come back. I went to an inpatient program and I completed that. I have my certificate right here.
Show me that you have a breath test on 10/26 at 9 in the morning, because if you're, what you're telling me is true, you should have a breath test at around that time, and let's see.
Yeah, I would have to get with the coordinators of the staff at the place that I live in. I'm sure they have it all logged.
You're supposed to have that here today, though. Today's the day that's set for your bond violation hearing.
Well, Judge, we didn't go over all that because I was hoping to get more detailed info. It sounds like there's a tamper, but they're not confirming alcohol. They're not confirming alcohol.
Because of the tamper. What we have normally is someone does something to the device to the integrity of the device to bypass alcohol detection. They could put a sock in between, they could put a piece of paper in between, they could kind of move it so the skin is not touching the device. There could be a whole myriad of things of how the actual tamper takes place. All we know is that we have a tamper and we have a confirmation, well, we have alcohol detected. We can't confirm because of the tamper. The nature of the tamper prevents confirmation of alcohol.
Judge, sometimes these devices, they're not perfect, Judge. They can't ever tell me what happened.
So if there's ever a problem with the device, it is your responsibility to go to the place and get it fixed.
Yes, sir, and I did. I went, whenever I went to Sentinel, I asked the guy who put it on me and was downloading my data, I asked him to tighten it because I felt as if it was too loose. And he did tighten it, and he said he wrote down on his notes that he tightened it for me. I've been sober for 51 days, and
How do I know that?
I have my certificate that I went to an inpatient program, and I'm living currently in a sober facility. And I'm doing that for myself because I do have an alcohol problem. And I'm 51 days sober as of today.
If you're telling me that you have all that information, that they test you frequently, then you should be able to have testing at that time. And if you can show me that you have a breath test at that time that shows that you're not have alcohol on board, then I'll throw the piece of paper away.
And we do this, Judge, we do allow us to get time to get those documents for you. We weren't prepared to present that to you today. I was looking to get more info on the actual report.
It's supposed to happen today. You guys are supposed to come in between the time we let you know about the violation, to do your diligence, to figure out what the violation is, how it occurred, and how to remedy that.
Judge, that diligence isn't on us, Judge. They're the ones alleging this. They need to
No.
provide.
They're not alleging anything. I am, because you have alleged violations here. It is your duty to show us why
We could bring these people that are alleging this tamper, we could bring them and have them testify regarding what they know and what they do not know. Instead of just assuming that they are correct, we could have a hearing.
no one's assuming anything. I'm telling you, if you have something that contradicts this, show it. That's what I'm telling you.
I also did my due diligence of making them tighten it. I told them to tighten it myself.
I understand
And he
that.
did say he wrote a note about that. Because
I
I was
still have-
like this would happen.
Right off the bat, the judge is laying out the fundamentals of the criminal process. This is called a probable cause hearing, where the court decides whether there's enough evidence for the case to move forward. And notice the seriousness in the judge's tone here, because even though this is a misdemeanor theft case, the consequences can still include jail time and fines. What do you think? Should first-time offenders receive a second chance, or should the law be applied strictly every time?
Mr. Barahona, I still have alcohol detected, regardless of whether it's tightened or not. The tightening is not the issue. The issue is that there's a tamper and that we have alcohol detected.
I have not consumed any alcohol.
So show me. I'm telling you how to do it. Reach out to them now, see what you can get. See what evidence is out there to show me, I'll put you guys to the side, reach out to them, see what they have. If you're telling me that they've tested you as frequently as they are, they should have something.
Yeah, talk to my client, see how quickly we could get that info.
No rush. No rush. Take your time, see what you can find. Okay, Ricardo,
Judge, we're approaching on Mr. Ramon Barahona.
do you need until Monday?
No, because here's what's going on. So I was kind of unsure about what he was talking about. And after talking to him, we're not going to have a breath result for him because they haven't been testing him, is what it sounds like. And so we got two options, Judge. The way I see it is two options. One, you could revoke them. You could say, well, let me talk about what the specific is on the revocation. Alcohol was detected during tamper. However, alcohol cannot be confirmed as consumption because of nature of tamper. So I would argue, I'm not conceding that something happened. I'm conceding there might be a tamper. I'm not.
Come up, Mr.
conceding
Barahona.
consumption. If you're going to revoke him, I would ask for a full-blown hearing. If this is one of those situations where he's just admonished and, hey, this is your one shot, then he understands that. I don't know how you want to proceed with this, Judge. I'm not conceding that he drank alcohol. He's been in this location, in this center core location since September 17th. He did inpatient. October 18th, he graduated. Then he moved over to Center Court's sober living facility on October 18th. He's been in there since then. We have proof of that. He's been attending 6 meetings per week, 1 counseling session per week, 1 group counseling session per week, 3 AA meetings. He's there. He's doing something. I would ask that we just admonish him.
Machines don't test positive or shites and giggles, man. They don't. There has to be something there to make it test positive.
Well, Judge, on that aspect.
It doesn't spontaneously test positive for alcohol.
Well,
For you to say that it does, it's just disingenuous and not true. There has to be something to set the machine off. It doesn't spontaneously test positive.
I have not consumed alcohol for 51 days as of today.
The machine is telling me differently, Mr. Barahona. Do you know how many people tell me the same thing with the exact same facts that you have? Do you know how many times I hear it a day?
I would assume a lot.
If I had one strand of hair every time I heard it, oof, I would look good.
Judge, I did talk to him. This wouldn't be much of a solution since this is from 10/26, but we could test him today. I don't know how long something stays in the system, if that's the allegation, but he's willing to test today.
That's going to be no
Right.
bearing on me. I
Right.
mean, this is 2 weeks ago, you know?
I get it.
I'm just now, unfortunately, they just give us the results now, but
And regarding the actual, I've gotten reports before that says what this device is reading. There are reports out there that they can provide.
if they don't tamper, then yes, you will get a true and accurate reading. And that's what the problem is that there is something that was tampered with, and Mr. Barahona knows. He's the only one that knows what happened on that date. We don't, because we weren't there. We don't know what happened. So I'm sorry, Mr. Barahona, but I told you one thing. I told you one thing only, you know?
I would like to state the fact one more time that I did tell the people at Sentinel to tighten it because I didn't want something like this to happen. I don't
This
think
is
it's,
not a matter of tightening. It's a matter of alcohol detection. If a device is loose, it's not going to test positive for alcohol. You understand that?
I
Just,
understand what you're,
there has to be an intervening event that has alcohol in it for it to test positive. And there's something seriously afoot because the device is telling us that someone is messing with the machine. If we not had the messing with the machine, then we would know whether there was true alcohol consumption or not. But here we have a positive and that you're messing with the machine. Okay.